Today we're going to head from bus stop 4 down to Megali Ammos beach. Now there's various ways we can go down to the beach, so I'm going to take you on one and come out on another. So from bus stop 4 in the Acropolis we have the main roundabout. We're going to head to the right. Now if you continue round on this little bit of road, brings you into a car park where if you want to go to the beach and you're driving, you can leave your car at the top and then you can walk down next to the entrance to the cemetery. If you're on foot and you've come up from the town, popping down the street, you'll come up the hill just ahead of us, and there's a couple of sets of steps. There's one by the kiosk just ahead, but we're going to go down this one as this is the nearest to bus stop 4. Again, if you don't like steps, you can head round towards the entrance, the cemetery where the car park is, and it's a walk down the road that we'll join when we get to these steps. There's probably about 30 steps for you to go down. Same with the set of steps that lead down from the kiosk. And ahead of us you can see a bit of a paved road. That road heads up to the car park and the cemetery and heads down to Megali Ammos beach. Now you will find that there may be a couple of parking spaces on this road, but you come down and there's no spaces. Yeah, it's a little bit tight turn, so you'll be reversing a fair bit. So my advice is just park at the top of the hill, the car park, and then just walk down. It's not far, it's about 100 yards. Now when we get to the end of this road, it'll bring you up to a couple of restaurants and another little beach here to the left, Sirefi Beach. Now anybody who's out on a boat and quad, that's where you can get off. As you'll see, there's a lot of buoys in the water to protect swimmers. So you can sit down there. Usually there's a few chairs put down for this restaurant here, steps down. And again, as you walk through this restaurant here where these boats are, this is all covered in chairs, places for you to sit. The bar's open, you've got steps down to the bit of the beach, and there'll be sunbeds all set up down there. Again, you can walk through this restaurant and through the next one as well, and this will bring you towards the beach. You'll come to the third restaurant on your walk. There's a lot of refurbishment going on at the moment, so don't worry, these will be all chairs and places to sit and eat. Again, and now we're coming onto the beach. Now this first part of the beach, there'll be a lot of sunbeds, and they'll stretch all the way along to almost the last restaurant. The beach is quite long, so when you get to the last restaurant you can continue on and find places to put a towel down. But yeah, this first part is sunbed after sunbed which you can rent, and then you've got a few little exits from the beach which will either take you into a restaurant or we'll take you to the hotels and properties behind the beach. But on today, day like today, you view back towards Plaques. Just come and get the sun all day on this beach. And as I say, these are all bars and taverns. So once we hit summer season, very end of April, beginning of May, a lot of these will be open. The tourist season all the way through till probably mid-October now. Beaches will all be cleaned, but as we are in the winter months, there's not a lot of activity usually goes on. A lot of the staff members and people who run the restaurants end up going back to the mainland at the end of the season and arrive beginning of April and start getting their restaurants ready. But there is a few that's been modernised this year. Not sure whether I think that's a good thing or a bad thing. Used to seeing the old quaint beach bars, but as more and more people come to the island, the patrons of these establishments need to expand and upgrade, as people are looking for quicker service and more room to sit, eat and drink. So it's a cross between do you like the old, do you like the new, but with there being over 60 beaches on the island, you will definitely find a beach that will suit your requirements. So we're coming up to one of the last taverns that's been derelict for some years now, but we'll now exit the beach. So again, you've got about 100 yards length of beach that'll have sunbeds and taverns open, and then you'll have another 400 or 500 yards where you can put towels down and still enjoy the sea, the sun. So we're going to head up past this old tavern that's closed. In 1964 it was originally opened, Bar Manica. So behind the back of this beach there's a lot of accommodation, a lot of guest houses, small hotels. Again, there's a small road that runs the length of the beach. So we're going to head in the direction we've just walked from the beach. You have young children. There's a play area there. Your kids have had enough of the beach for the day and want to play with their friends. So if you are looking for a place to stay, you don't want to stay bang in the centre of town, but you want to be close walking distance. Megali Ammos area, it's probably a pretty good area to stay in. Easy to get to. It took me 10 minutes from bus stop 4 to walk down the beach, off the beach. So everything's within reach. And I head up this little side street and back onto the ring road, where you'll find, I believe it's 2-3 supermarkets. So if you are staying here, and most of the accommodation on the island is self-catering, you have a supermarket on your doorstep which will cater for your needs, so you don't have to make a trek into town or to the bigger supermarkets if you don't want transport. Right, we're now back on the ring road. Just cross over and show you. So just up there where that car is now, that's bus stop 5. So you have a small supermarket here, you have a supermarket at bus stop 5, you have a hire place, you want to hire scooters, quad bikes, you can even hire boats, and then you have another supermarket, another 20-30 yards long. So yeah, that's Megali Ammos, Megali Ammos beach. So this is a good area for you to stay in if you want to be close to town, but you don't want the hustle and bustle of staying actually in the town. Everything's within walk and reach from here. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.